Hello, I'm David Azer, and this is 3-Minute Ad Age, your daily video news show. It hasn't been a pretty picture on the front page of Advertising Age's print edition or website of late. The drumbeat of headlines seems like a dirge for the industry. Bone-deep budget cuts, advertising campaign cancellations, broad pullbacks in marketing initiatives, revenue declines, and even some big marketer bankruptcies. We thought it was a good time to sit down with Advertising Age editor Jonah Bloom to get his take on the situation. Is it really that bad?
We're in the business of trying to report it as we see it, and I mean, frankly, now the conversations that you have with most media owners, I think people are really scared. I think they're finding it really grim. I think people have found that even where they felt that there was new business out there to be won, either as an agency or even just as a media owner, and we're pitching for new business, that's only just been enough to replace the business that kept getting cut. And what's more, if you're winning anything that was for 3 months out, the trouble is you thought you'd won it against your competitors or got a piece of that business, and then suddenly the call comes that, you know, I'm sorry, we're tightening up budgets and this program may not happen. So I think it's incredibly tough for people already out there. I mean, I think that the question is, how quickly the economy emerges from that.
During times like this, the issue of whether to cut ad spending is also a hot one.
I think people are realizing that, completely killing their spend really is a potentially business-damaging exercise. I think we've seen a few examples recently. Sarah Lee was a good one, where they had what they thought were all these great brands, but they hadn't invested in them for 3 or 4 years properly, then went to sell them, and suddenly discovered they weren't worth what they thought. And if you stop investing in brands and they're not top of consumers' mind and they don't have a sort of a value in most of those consumers' minds, you're going to run into trouble. So I think people realize that you can't just slash and burn your spending completely, and I think people realize that they've got to be smart. We broke a story about P&G saying they intend to stand by their spending. We had the front cover story last week that all the food companies are saying they've actually ratcheted up marketing spending in order to maintain the value of those brands and be able to pass on the product price increases that have come with increased commodity costs. And they've been successful in that, and their revenue has improved as a result.
And that's it for this 3-Minute Ad Age. Thanks for being with us. I'm David Azer at Advertising Age in New York.